Hi, I'm Erica Jones with CEC. I'm a professional engineer and the project manager for the project along 45th Street from Leo Street to Bryan Street. We have been selected by the City of Shawnee to provide the engineering analysis and design on this project. This presentation is intended to show you the improvements that are proposed for the 45th Street corridor. We have conducted traffic analysis, drainage analysis, and compiled a conceptual report studying the corridor from Leo Street to Bryan Street and have provided recommendations of the improvements as well. I'm going to start this presentation off by providing you a little bit of background on who CEC is. So CEC is a multidiscipline engineering firm that is headquartered out of Oklahoma City. We are the largest Oklahoma-based engineering firm with 4 offices, 3 of those being in Oklahoma and then 1 office in Texas. We currently have around 210 employees and we continue to grow. I would like to introduce you to our project team. As I mentioned earlier, I am Erica Jones. I am the project manager for the project. We also have a balance of experienced team members, as you can see, and we have also teamed with Lee Engineering, led by Esther Shaw Smith and Erica Myers, to complete the traffic analysis and design. Some of the main goals for the project that were established as we began working on the design concepts were to 1, improve the aging infrastructure. There are several locations along the corridor where the pavement is deteriorating with the presence of asphalt cracking, patching, and rutting. There are also some sections of the roadway that are currently in fair condition, but are nearing the end of their current life cycle for the asphalt pavement. We are also looking to improve the traffic capacity along the 45th Street corridor for both current and future conditions. Improvements to pedestrian and cyclist safety is also a key component of the design, as the existing sidewalk is sporadic and it does not provide a continuous path for pedestrians and cyclists. We are also looking to provide improvements to drainage and have completed an analysis of the existing drainage culverts to determine if they are sufficient for the amount of water that flows along 45th Street. And lastly, we wanted to ensure that as the City of Shawnee continues to grow and new developments are established along 45th Street, that the roadway and traffic improvements were designed to handle that anticipated growth. As I mentioned previously, the initial study and analysis was conducted along 45th Street from Leo Street to Bryan Street. But the construction project will actually be broken into 2 separate phases. So phase 1 will run from Leo Street to approximately halfway between Kickapoo Street and Union Avenue. Then phase 2 will be constructed at a future date and will start where phase 1 stopped and then extend to the east to the intersection with Bryan Street.
I am Erica Myers with Lee Engineering, and we performed the traffic study for the 45th Street corridor. We collected traffic counts in March of 2021 and analyzed them to determine how the corridor was operating today. The analysis software reports the results in terms of levels of service. Level of service A represents free flow conditions with very low to no delays. Once you approach level of service D, congestion becomes noticeable, delays increase, and many vehicles have to stop at red signals, but the intersection is still functional. Level of service E represents heavy traffic flow, long delays, and the intersection is operating near capacity. Level of service F represents extremely unstable traffic flow, heavy congestion, and stop-and-go conditions. Currently, the portion of 45th Street to the west of Kickapoo is functioning well with free flow conditions. The intersection of Kickapoo is operating at level service D overall, which means it is still functioning, but the westbound approach is nearing capacity during peak periods. We forecasted traffic volumes out over the next 10 years and performed a future analysis to predict how the corridor would operate without any improvements. With the addition of the new elementary school and the other mixed-use developments between Hardesty and Kickapoo, we predicted the new southbound approach on Hardesty that would serve the new developments would operate at level service F. We also predicted the intersection at Kickapoo would degrade to a level service F, with all approaches operating at level service E except for the westbound approach, which would be at an F. To mitigate these degraded levels of service, we recommended 45th Street be widened to provide an additional travel lane in each direction. A traffic signal is recommended at Hardesty once the north leg is constructed. And finally, the traffic signal timing at Kickapoo should be updated with a coordinated timing plan to improve operations at the intersection.
Based on the traffic analysis that was conducted and the future developments that are planned within the project area, we are recommending that the roadway along 45th Street be widened from 2 lanes to a 4-lane roadway in order to alleviate some of the existing congestion that is currently happening along the roadway, and then also to provide additional capacity for the increase in traffic volumes that are anticipated with future developments. The design will also include improvements at the intersection of Kickapoo Street and 45th Street. We will be providing 5-lane approaches in each direction, improvements to the traffic signals, and also adjustments to the pedestrian access at the intersection in order to improve safety. In order to improve pedestrian and cyclist safety along the corridor, a 10-foot wide multi-purpose trail is proposed along one side of 45th Street, and a 6-foot wide sidewalk is proposed along the other side of the roadway. The trail will run along the north side of the roadway from Leo to Kickapoo, and then will cross to the south side of the roadway from Kickapoo to the end of the project extents, with a sidewalk running on the opposite side of the roadway as the trail. There are 2 major drainage crossings within the project extents. The first crossing being an existing double cell reinforced concrete box that is located approximately halfway between Leo Street and Kickapoo Street. Based on our drainage analysis of this crossing, the existing box will need to be replaced with the larger triple cell structure and be lengthened to accommodate the roadway widening. The second drainage crossing is an existing single-cell reinforced concrete box that is located just to the east of Kickapoo Street along 45th. Structurally, this box is in poor condition and will need to be replaced as part of the project. Another key aspect of the proposed design would be to incorporate a proposed storm sewer system to handle the stormwater drainage along 45th Street. Currently, the 45th Street corridor's drainage is handled by open ditches along the roadway. The proposed storm sewer system will remove the ditches and place the drainage underground. Additionally, a curb and gutter will be constructed along the proposed roadway, which will help with stormwater runoff and also minimize impacts to existing utilities and reduce right-of-way needs along the corridor. So now that we have given you all of this information, what is the next step? Where do we go from here? So this presentation is considered the public meeting, and then based on the input and comments from this meeting, we will make adjustments to the conceptual design and move forward with the design plans for the project. We're anticipating that the final construction plans would be ready by the end of 2022, with construction projected to start in 2023. On behalf of CEC and the City of Shawnee, I would like to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to this presentation and most importantly for providing your input and comments on this project. Please provide any comments to the email address provided on the website. Thank you again so much for your time.